Hello, welcome back to We Met Behind the Castle. I thought about where I wanted to start this video, but we're going to do the monorail loop update for all of the resorts. We're going to do the Contemporary, Grand Floridian, and the Polynesian. Check out some of the new merchandise that they have because I saw a ton of it. Go in and see if they've got the Starbucks cups that we saw in the last video at Magic Kingdom. I'm currently at Magic Kingdom walking over the Contemporary, but come along with us. I'm excited about this update because I love these resorts. So with this, I thought I'd give some tips and tricks as well as just some fun facts about the resorts themselves. The Contemporary is a short walk to the Magic Kingdom. Again, I think it's about a 10-minute walk depending on your pace. Grand Floridian, you can actually walk to the Magic Kingdom. That walkway is now open again, so that takes about 15 to 20 minutes depending on pace. Polynesian would be a much longer walk. You'd have to go the route of the Grand Floridian through the Grand Floridian's walkway to the Magic Kingdom, and I think that would probably take about 25-30 minutes. So if you want to walk to the park, you can. I don't know if I'd recommend it in the heat, but if it's a nice day out, highly recommend that walk because it is a nice one. Contemporary, really not that bad even in the heat. So I don't know, plan your trip I guess according to that. If you want to walk to the parks, especially, sorry, not to the parks, you don't want to walk to the park, you want to walk to Magic Kingdom, definitely pick the Contemporary. I haven't done this walkway in a really long time though. I'd say it's been about a year since I've walked from the Magic Kingdom to the Contemporary, so it should be a fun little relaxing stroll. Pretty warm though.
Are you eating some food there, buddy? That's cute.
So the recent renovations of Disney's Contemporary Resort is actually Incredibles themed. So if you're a big Incredibles fan, definitely check out the Contemporary, as the rooms will be themed after Frozone and the Incredibles family. So I highly recommend this resort if you really do like that movie. So right when you walk in, they actually have the Contemporary Grounds, which is actually the coffee shop. They do Joffrey drinks over there, as it is part of Joffrey's collection of different shops around the parks. Here on the left is the check-in area. It's been a while since I've been to the Contemporary, so excited to check it out. Steakhouse 71 is right down the hallway from where you check in. We have not yet eaten since it's changed over to Steakhouse 71, but here's a look at some of their menu items. Ooh, that sounds really good. And they actually have a lounge too that you can come in and grab drinks, but you can also order off of their main menu. But I do love these video boards that they're doing now for the restaurants. They do them with quick service, and I'm hoping they're starting to do them with all table service as well. Just have this carousel of photos. That way you can see what you're ordering. My goodness, look how tall that is. So yeah, that's Steakhouse 71. It's a little bit more of an expensive restaurant, especially because it's here at one of the deluxe. Here are some of the June activities for the Contemporary, with June about ending. Might be nice to know if you're coming in the next week. I do like that they tell you where to do some pin trading as well though. That's really nice. Because I know there's a lot of pin traders that want to know where they can actually go to the shops and trade. What a view. So I don't think there was any construction as far as the Contemporary was concerned. I'm trying to think. But I know that a couple of the other deluxe resorts that we are going to go to, there have been some changes. So we'll check out those, especially when we go over there. But I don't think the Contemporary really had anything. So we're going to head into BVG, Buena Vista Goods, see if they got any new merch. So they got the 100th anniversary merchandise here. Right when you walk in, they'll have that. And typically the Pride stuff or anything that is June specific. But it is one of my favorite gift shops. It always has good merch. I think we're going to check out the candy counter, see if they got anything. Because I think the last time we came would have been the 50th anniversary, because I was still getting the 50th anniversary cupcakes or treats that they had. But look at the 100th anniversary ones. Werther's caramel chocolate. Wow. That's fun. I got some really great fudge too.
Let me grab that other shirt I want.
Wow, look at that cookie. Chocolate peanut butter. They got a really good candy counter, so definitely check it out when you're at the Contemporary. The Animals of Disney on this lounge flag. They have some Chef Mickey merchandise here, which Chef Mickey's is a character dining place here in the Contemporary. and they're all dressed like chefs. So the Fab Five meet. But this is some of the new merch that they've released for it. Chef Mickey's. If you're a big fan, come over to the Contemporary, grab you some merch. Wow, they thought of everything. They even have phone cases for Chef Mickey's. This is all very smart because people do grow attached to some of these character dining experiences as well as some of the restaurants here. So there's Mickey plush, and then you have Minnie's plush, Chef Minnie. And these are $25. They have some of the Gearness Norwegian scents over here, the essence of Norway. And you can actually find these in the Norwegian Pavilion over at Epcot. They started selling his stuff here. You can actually meet him too. He comes to do meet and greets at Epcot. So if you're a big fan of that, pick that up at the Contemporary. So they still have some of the 50th anniversary merchandise left for the Contemporary, which we've seen these shirts, these ears, this bag, and the ornaments and stuff. But I don't remember these mugs. So I don't know if they're new or... But they kind of look like the Starbucks You Are Here mugs. So those are nice. And then this is the 50th anniversary mug. I don't ever remember seeing it, but it obviously has been out for some time because it opened in Walt Disney or Magic Kingdom opened. So I like that they've done the monorail on all the handles. But here's a Contemporary mug with the Incredibles. Because the rooms are themed after the Incredibles, they do have specific merch for the Contemporary. I'll put this down here so I can kind of maneuver it. Incredible Journey, Contemporary Resort. And then they have the ears as well. And they change color and the UV rays. Whoa, so they turn pink. It's got the monorail on it too. Did you see that? Hold on. There we go. Wow. And then they have this shirt for the Contemporary, and it's 3/4 sleeves. And a Loungefly bag. Does this have the Incredibles on it too? Yep. So that's fun. I've yet to see that. Pull that to the front so people can see it. BBG, which is that main gift shop, is open from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. And we're going to head into Fantasia, which is another gift shop that they have here. And they're also open 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. I think these are new designer collector dolls. Because now they have Moana and Snow White.
And I can use my discount at Target.
So these are really nice dolls that they have. Oh, Tiana's got a... I don't even know if I've seen Tiana's. I think I have. Wow. That is really pretty. So if you're a big pin fan, you can come over here to Fantasia, which is the other gift shop in the Contemporary, and they have all your limited edition pins as well. So all the ones that we saw in the parks. So these Sweet Dreams pins are brand new. I have Simba because we just went to a pin trading store, and I'll vlog that one day. We'll actually head back over to that pin trading store. It's fantastic. It's called Pin HQ. If you haven't checked it out, it's Winter Garden. Definitely check it out. But I almost want to buy this because Ashley does not have the Dalmatians yet. And that'd be kind of fun if we could get the Dalmatians, but I also like the rest of the characters on here, so it would not be the end of the world, even though I just bought Simba. They will also have the Contemporary pins here, so anything specific to the Contemporary, that's the 50th anniversary pin there. And any of the 100th merchandise stuff. So all the holiday pins, all the resort-specific pins you can find in this little gift shop over here called Fantasia. So these are becoming very popular. I don't know, the specifics behind the story. I think it's J-Led. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, but these were really popular at Festival of the Arts. But now they've made their way over to the Contemporary, and I've not seen these in the parks yet. So Anybody have any idea what these are? Short sleeve Spirit jersey. Well, that's interesting. I did wonder if they were going to start doing something like this. This is brilliant. It is the material of a Spirit jersey, but it's not the long sleeve, which is really difficult to wear here in Florida. So I wonder if these start to sell well, we'll start to see more short sleeve Spirit jerseys. So there isn't too much to really update as far as the contemporary and construction, but there's some new merchandise and new things to kind of see. And we kind of seen most of it. I think we're gonna walk around, see Chef Mickey's and see if the Contempo Cafe have anything on their menu that's different. And I think we're gonna head out to the other resorts. So here's a look at Chef Mickey's dinner buffet and what is featured here. 5 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. for Chef Mickey's dinner. 62 for guests over 10, 39 for 3 to 9. And if you want to see about reservations or check out some of the menu items, you can definitely scan these. They do breakfast as well, so I think it's just breakfast and dinner at Chef Mickey's. Outer Rim is their lounge area, and they've got great views that overlook Bay Lake. So if you just want to come back here and hang out at the lounge, get a view of the pools, splash pads. Hot day out. Everybody at the pool. I don't think I've ever looked at their menu. We can check it out. They just kind of have them out here on the tables. So we've been to the other ones. So we've been to the lounges in the Polynesian and the lounges over at Grand Floridian, but I don't think we've ever been here. Hard ciders, beers, specialty cocktails. It's really hard to hold open. Ooh, those margaritas sound really good. Look great too. Trying to, a raspberry mojito, Kentucky Mule, Bacardi mojito. Pina colada is one of the best drinks on property. They have them at multiple resorts, I think most. And it is a mix between a pina colada and I believe a strawberry daiquiri. Like a raspberry strawberry daiquiri. It's great. So I highly recommend it. Pina colada, sangria Negroni. So pretty decent menu here. It's really hard to hold that menu though with one hand. So definitely check out Outer Rim if you have not. And that's right next to Chef Mickey. Hey, that's the second time I've seen Monorail Yellow. Hello. So we made it to the Polynesian off the monorail. And we're going to check out because there's quite a bit of updates and new things here at the resort. Last time we were here, all of this was behind walls because they were really trying to, I guess, revamp this upstairs area around Kona and Ohana. This seating area was not actually open. I can't speak. But a lot of it is now done as far as the Polynesian is concerned. So Kona Island Coffee and Sushi and Kona Cafe are both open again. So this is exciting because they did recently close it to do some renovation. There's a look at Kona Cafe. You can actually do some mobile order as well. And they actually will just put, I think, your bag here. So you can just grab it. And then the coffee and sushi place. And this is the Kona Island Coffee and Sushi Restaurant. So they do have desserts here. And I've actually had the key lime parfait. Looks different, but it was so good. And then that coconut tapioca looks really good too. Tiramisu with some coffee beans as well. And look at that. Is that a pineapple? Wow, that looks good. And then Moana's specialty cupcake looks fantastic. Wow. And then they have some sushi rolls here, which are spicy tuna rolls. $18 for those. They have some chocolate covered treats as well. Bacon, strawberries. And they have ones with sprinkles. Looks like some almonds. Wow. Kona Cafe also got a refurb. It's nice. Doesn't look too much different, but I don't want to point it in. Everybody's eating right there, so I think I'll bypass the pointing the camera into the food area. But what is this? Oh, so these are just pictures of the actual restaurants itself. So all the food options here. And shopping. That's good that they have these kind of laid out, though. Tells you what you're getting yourself into. Trader Sam's. Oasis Pool Bar. Captain Cook's, which is their quick service. Pineapple Lanai. Ooh, and a fireworks cruise you can do. And then as far as lobbies are concerned, this is one of my favorites. It's very relaxing. Feel like you're on a tropical vacation. And I love these lounge seats that they have. Just kind of hang out, wait for your reservations or check-in, or just to cool down after a hot day outside or in the parks. It's a really nice place to check in. And I love this little, I guess he would be like a, I don't know, a tiki thing. What do you call him? I don't know, but he's got lays on.
I got everything.
It's a little water fountain. We're actually going to head into Boutique, which is the main gift shop here at the Polynesian. I recommend right when you walk in to check out these Honolulu cookies. I've always wanted to buy some just to try them out, but they're premium shortbread cookies. And they always look so good. Wow. I'm so hungry right now. Joffrey's also has a Kona blend. That's fitting for the resort itself. Wow. And it says it's Hawaiian beans blended with mild Central American beans to enhance the natural flavor always present in Kona coffee. Well, that's awesome. Little figurine. He's adorable. Tiki. And then they have the resort photo frame. I really like their mug. Like a coconut. 20 bucks. It's not too bad. And they have this Polynesian Village Resort tumbler, but it's not a Tervis tumbler. It's actually Disney, so it's really nice. It's got a nice lid too. It's got room for a straw too if you have one. Paradise waits for you. Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. So Mickey and Minnie at a luau. Playing a little ukulele. And this is a Tervis. These are really nice. I love the resort ones so much. 30 bucks. The 7 piece hospitality set might be one of my favorite things. It would be great if you had chips or hummus or any kind of dips. I love this so much. There's the t-shirt for the Polynesian. And the hat. And these are the Polynesian ears and their lounge fly. These are really pretty. These might be some of my favorite merchandise I've ever seen in my life. So it's a coconut. Looks like it's priority mail. Even has the U.S. Postal Service logo on it. Greetings from Walt Disney World. That's so cool. Still determined to buy one of these one day. Disney's Polynesian Resort. And it feels like the bedding that you would lay in at the resorts itself. Oh, they have a Trader Sam's. Looks like it's a little cup and serving dish. Look at the salt and pepper shakers. It's Trader Sam's button down. This is really nice fabric. It kind of feels like a Tommy Bahama, to be honest with you. $75. And here's another one. Button down pineapple. Mickey and Minnie. Looks like a luau. Mickey's jamming. I don't really see where, unless, oh, it's Mickey on the back. I was like, I don't see where that's park oriented, but it's Mickey on the back. It's a nice linen shirt. Captain Cook's is their quick service restaurant, and it's one of my favorite quick service restaurants. I'll actually show you what they have as far as the menu is concerned. But if you want to check out the menu, you can actually scan this QR code. $16, I got the Aloha pork sandwich, pulled pork with cheddar, Asian slaw, cucumbers and tomatoes on a brioche bun, served with French fries. And I got a soda as well. And this was all about $16. I'm excited. I have not had this before, so we'll see what it's all about. The Aloha pulled pork was great. I thought that the pork was really tender. The sauce was fantastic. I think the thing that really makes it though is that Asian slaw. It was like pineapple, onion, cabbage. It was great. So I highly recommend that if you're going to Captain Cook's, which is Polynesian's quick service restaurant. So definitely check it out if you are staying here at the Polynesian or you're just visiting. So this is a spectacular view back here. If you're staying in the bungalows or in these buildings back here that are facing the Magic Kingdom, you see great fireworks from here. Happily ever after's back. A dream it would be to stay out here in one of these. So construction continues on the actual Polynesian Tower that they're building, and we're going to talk a little bit about what it is and just kind of an update on what the construction looks like. So here's what it looks like from this vantage point, and this is right out of the beach area. So you kind of get an obstructed view because of this building right here. But this building, the view for the fireworks is going to be fantastic, I think. So we're going to head further down this pier right here just to check out some of the construction as far as this tower is concerned. It was announced that this would be a Disney Vacation Club Tower addition being built at Polynesian Village Resort. It's not slated to open until late 2024, so we do have some time, and obviously it's just a big concrete structure right now. But I can tell you that the top of that the top of that building looks like it is going to be either a restaurant or there's going to be some of the bigger suites up there that have the windows that overlook the Seven Seas Lagoon, which is what we're currently on, facing the Magic Kingdom. But as far as the tower is concerned, I think it's going to be a really great addition to it. I think there's going to have standard rooms as well, so there are going to be opportunities to stay there if you're not DVC, is what's to be believed. There's recreation activities, dining options, shopping options. So this tower being added to the Polynesian Village Resort, I think it's going to be a really good addition. I think just like the Grand Destino over at Coronado Springs, I think that they're going to be very careful in the way that they theme this. A lot of people go, it's an eyesore. It is right now, but I think that the way that it's going to be designed structurally, it's going to look a lot like the Polynesian Resort itself. So I think you've got a really good addition here, just in between the Polynesian. And then if you kind of pick up the camera here, if you go just a little bit to the right-hand side, the wedding pavilion is right here, attached to the Grand Floridian. Now, there were a lot of complaints that the big tower was going to be something that took away from the beauty of the actual wedding pavilion. But that being said, there's not really any angles in which that's going to be obstructed or bothered by anybody taking pictures. If they have an outdoor ceremony, I believe it's this little archway that sticks out on this alcove. So there's not really much that it does to the wedding pavilion. I think because it's this big gray building right now, people are like, oh, that's gonna be ugly. But wait till give it time, because I think we all thought the same thing as far as Grand Destino and Riviera, because they were just big tower hotels. Same thing with Bay Lake. So right across the actual bay itself, you've got the Contemporaries Tower, and it matches perfectly with the theming. So I don't see what the issue is going to be. This is Grand Floridian's tower here, and then this is going to be Polynesian's. So again, I'm not seeing too much of an issue here. It's going to be beautiful, and I think it's going to offer a couple of dining opportunities that are going to add to the overall appeal coming to Disney World and dining here on property. One thing that DVC Tower has done is taken out the Aloha dinner, which is the luau type dinner that you had at that particular area in between the Polynesian and the Grand Floridian. I do think they're going to add something back similar to the luau because they took it out, and I think it was a really popular attraction as far as dining was concerned. It was a great show. It's kind of like a hoop-de-doo. It had a show with dinner. You got all you could eat Polynesian food of the island. So I think they're going to add something back into that tower that really allures guests to become, I guess, wanting to become a DVC member or wanting to visit that tower itself. So I'm interested to see what they do to replace the luau, but I think they're going to do that in some particular capacity. I would typically walk from the Polynesian to the Grand because it only takes about 10 minutes tops, but that pathway is now closed because of the DVC tower. You actually have to walk all the way around it out onto near the street over by where, what is that called? Why am I blanking? It's not the Four Seasons. Shades of Green. I was like, no, you're not walking by the Four Seasons. That'd be a really long walk. Shades of Green is what I was talking about. So that pathway is actually closed. We're going to hop on the monorail to head to the Grand and update you on what's going on over there and look at some of the new merchandise they have. Last stop on the monorail loop is the Grand Floridian. We're going to check out some merch and see some of the updates that they've made. We made it. Whoa, what the heck? Well, that's different. So they're doing some work, it looks like, on the actual tile floor here. Because it's usually the big Grand Floridian, you get a really good picture there, but not right now you can't. We're gonna head into Mickey Mouse Mercantile. And they've actually recently redone this store, and we haven't seen it since they've redone it, so let's go see what they've done. So right when you walk in, they have the 100th merchandise on the right-hand side. But just some rearranging that they've done in here. And some minor refurbishments. I don't know if I've seen these yet. Are those the normal 100th years? Probably wrong, but I guess maybe I haven't looked closely enough. Ooh, those are nice Tinkerbell ears. Wow. So they got a cover up here. And that's nice. Haven't seen that one yet. Comes with a bathing suit? Or is that separate? Looks to be separate. But yeah, they have some of the park things, generic things that they would have in the parks. Patch. Oh, what a view. But yeah, it's the smaller of the gift shops, so it's just got a bunch of the park generic things, board games, some of your dresses, swimsuits, toys that you can find throughout the parks. Nothing too crazy. Some swim trunks up here as well. I love these Mickey and Minnie portraits up here. They're so pretty. So not only are they looking like they're doing some work up here on this top level, but they're also working on the lobby. What the heck's going on? Looks like they're redoing like the way it's structured and laid out. Because these look like planters, I guess? I don't know. Interesting. They've like completely stripped everything here. So doing some kind of work. So Victoria & Albert's is a jacket and tie, very formal restaurant. And again, it is the most expensive restaurant on Disney property. And I think all of Orlando. So definitely check it out if you're waiting for a dining experience of a lifetime. It's over here at the Grand Floridian, second level. So definitely make sure you pop in and check it out if you really want a different and unique kind of experience. That is probably one of the best experiences that you'll probably have. And we're looking forward to doing it one day, maybe, eventually. So they've got a really great seating area in here in the Grand, but with the piano player, but with the other half of the lobby kind of like cut off, it's very limited in its seating now. So and this is a really popular spot to come and just kind of hang out and listen to the piano. Yeah, lots of construction going on. I don't know what's happening. It's very interesting that they would do this in the middle of the summer. Well, that's awesome. Victoria & Albert's reimagined. So this is actually what it looks like. It went under major refurbishment when it was closed for COVID, and it never reopened with the actual resort itself. It took like, I think it was like a year for it to finally open back up. But we'll do this one day, I think. It'll have to be in years when I can save up enough money to do it, but it looks so good. These are what the guest rooms reimagined look like as well. So they went with this theming of like, it looks almost very Mary Poppins, but redone in a color palette that it didn't used to have. It's got a lot of blues in it and pinks. Victorian elegance. Palm Beach's golden era. Okay. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Look at the recreation activities at the Grand. Poolside activities. Beachside activities. Courtyard lawn activities. So a lot of different things to do here at the Grand. Wow. That's a ton of stuff. So the place that you actually could have tea, afternoon tea, the Garden View Lounge, it has not opened since COVID, so interested to see if they'll ever do anything with it. I imagine it'll come back at some point, but it's gone, and then 1900 Park Fair is also gone. So here's some of the Grand merchandise and Boys at Grand. They have some great stuff for the Grand Floridian as far as merchandise. I think my favorite thing though are the ears. $45, but they're very nice ears. They're also Loungefly. So Loungefly's been doing a lot of the ears lately. There we go. So Loungefly's been doing a lot of the merchandise lately. I think it looks great. Really like the bags. Oh, they have one of those robes as well. Seems like they have a lot of merchandise compared to some of the other resorts as well. It's a cute magnet. Oh, that's a heavy magnet. My goodness. Love this great tea set that they have. Grand Floridian tea set. Some really great towels as well. These are really soft. So just like the Poly, they actually have their own version of a sipper tumbler, travel mug, but it's got Beauty and the Beast. Belle. That's cute. Little teacup. And then this has got the Grand on it as well. Belle and Beast. If you're a big fan of the Enchanted Rose, you can actually get a insulated wine glass. Didn't know what to call it at first. And that's on the mannequin that we just showed. Enchanted Rose shirt. The Mad Hatter water dump. We're all mad here. So if you've been in the water dump over there in the splash pad, get some merch. Oh, that's awesome. Belle and Beast. Oh, that's awesome. It connects, so it's got like the little teapot on top of the mug itself, or sorry, the cup. So 1900 has not opened up either. So still waiting on anything to happen. I think they're going to be doing some refurbishment from what I could guess. But Grand Floridian Cafe is still open. I haven't eaten here yet, but I've heard really good things about Grand Floridian Cafe. So we've eaten at Citrico's and Narcoossee's here. Haven't done Victoria and Albert's, obviously. I've eaten at Gasparilla, which is our quick serve. So I've knocked out a lot of their restaurants. I've eaten at Park Fair when it was open for character dining. But this is one we've not yet done. And honestly, I'm excited to do it because of how many good things I've heard about it. So it's not open yet for dinner. It opens at 5, closed at 2 for lunch. But I like this little atrium area. But yeah, Park Fair, still down. So imagine it's going under extensive refurbishment because it was a little outdated. They could add some things to make it really enticing for people to visit. The Grand Floridian must be up on its refurbishments because there's been a ton of refurbishments ever since, I guess, COVID. Right after COVID ended, there was a massive overhaul of this building back here, which is the DVC like villas. But now they're currently doing a bunch of work here on the sidewalks and the gardens, also in the lobby area. So Narcoossee's actually just got redone too. I imagine that little tea area is going to get redone. Park Fair looks like it might be getting redone as well because it's yet to open. I think it's strange that it's not open because that adds a character dining to the Grand, which it doesn't currently have. So we're going to walk this way. I'll show you Narcoossee's because it's done. And then talk a little bit about it because we went recently. Before we do that though, we're going to head down towards Gasparilla Island Grill. They have scaffolding up on these buildings here. Gasparilla is just below right there. And it is still open because there's signs pointing you to it. But now this side of the Grand Floridian is under construction. So I don't know. It must be time because they all go through these stretches of when all these resorts go under refurbishments and touch-ups. And the Grand, I will say, is a big focus lately. So that little walkway down there is for Gasparilla. Everything over here looks normal. So, all right, we're gonna head back this way, back towards Narcoossee's. Just a fun little thing. The Grand Floridian has great lawn activities. So if the kids are looking for something to do, walk them around because they've got little things that you can play with. Got cornhole, looks like some dominoes, putt-putt. Jenga. This looks like a lot of fun. We actually ate at Narcoossee's for our wedding anniversary, which was June. I think we ate it here on the anniversary, so June 8th was when we ate here. They actually recently have refurbished Narcoossee's, and it looks great. So I'll actually see if I can insert some clips here, but I don't remember. I think I saved some, so I'll try to insert some clips here of when we went. They're gonna be long form because they were for TikTok, but Narcoossee's is easily one of the best restaurants on Disney property. So if you are at the Grand or coming to Walt Disney World and you can make reservations at Narcoossee's, which they're pretty hard to get, definitely do so. They've got some of the best food I've ever had. There's just a look at the front, but I wanted to bring you back here because this is the chef's garden. So he has all of his spices, or she has all of her spices out here so you can see them. So he or she will have their crews come out here and get some of the spices that grow out of the ground. Very fresh. All right, I think that's pretty much it. The walkway from the Grand over to Magic Kingdom actually just reopened about, I think, a week and a half ago. So it's back open. Yeah, so it goes all the way around that building and then all the way around this building as well. So lots of construction going on. Interesting. I think it's just some maintenance work as far as the garden's concerned, but I don't know what's going on. But we're gonna head over this way towards the main pool area. We're gonna walk around this way towards the wedding pavilion and see if we can get a better view of the tower itself. We actually got a really good view on the monorail, but there were people in front of me, so I couldn't quite get to filming it, but let's go see what it looks like from this side. And it's a great view of the Polynesian. You can see the bungalows, all of the buildings back here, the Grand Ceremonial House, and then kind of the wedding chapel sticking in right there. So we're gonna head that way, check out the building, and see if we can see any construction on that DVC tower. I'll tell you one thing though, if you've missed out on the last couple of weeks as far as vacation is concerned, yeah, the parks have been pretty quiet as far as summer, but the rain that we have had over the last couple of weeks has not been very normal. We've got some really warm waters here in the Atlantic, so hurricane season storms are going to be a big problem over this next coming month or two, especially leading into more of when we get hurricanes. So we typically get a lot of those major hurricanes in September. I think some of our biggest ones like Irma have been in September. So the storms are coming. The hurricane season is going to cause problems as far as rain. But that being said, if you can make your way down here, for some reason, this summer has not been as busy as normal summers have been. So definitely book it if you can. I highly recommend coming down this summer at least, but also prepare. It's still really warm. So it's about 95 today, and it feels like 113 with the humidity. So definitely plan on that when you're coming down here. So that right there is the wedding chapel. That big arch and window right there is actually the window where people would stand down at the altar, and you can actually see Magic Kingdom perfectly through that big window right there. So this is the wedding chapel bridge over that way, and you can't go that far because they don't want you filming obviously into that area just because of the construction site, and it's dangerous too. But you can actually see the tower. So to kind of give you perspective, like you can just barely see this Polynesian Tower over this building right here. So this is like the reception area. That's the wedding chapel. So the picture's gonna be taken out that way towards Magic Kingdom anyway. So the fact that this would be obstruction of like the Polynesian from the Grand and stuff, you can see this pathway right here is going to be the backside of that tower right there. So really not much of an issue. I think it's gonna be fantastic too. So, but yeah. Construction, just a big concrete building right now. So I'm actually going to close out the video right here in front of the wedding chapel just because I'm just going to get back on the monorail and head out towards TTC to get my car and leave for the day. But yeah, that was a fantastic video. I hope you guys enjoyed an update on the 3 resorts that we haven't been to in a few months. So it was really nice to get back to see some of these resorts: Polynesian, Grand Floridian, and Contemporary. Lots going on at the Grand and the Polynesian as far as construction is concerned and updates. Not so much going on at the Contemporary. I think they're pretty much done with what they're going to be doing there for now. But the Grand and Polynesian seeing a lot of renovations. Things haven't quite opened yet at the Grand, which is interesting. The tea place, the Garden View Lounge, I think is what it's called, and also the Park Fair restaurant. It's not open yet, so I think we're going to get some retheming and restructuring there. So interested to see what happens. I love these 3 resorts, so if you're staying on the monorail loop, hopefully you got to see some of your favorites. But thanks for watching the video. We hope to see you guys in the next video, and we hope to see you guys at the parks.